Hello critters, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today I'm doing something a little different again. I'm doing another art challenge. I haven't done one of these in a while. And for this one I'm going to be taking 3 random emotes and making them into a character design, so let's see how that goes. Okay, so here's my random emote generator. It's found on Perchance, that website that does randomizing things, so I'm going to generate 3. And there we go. I have last quarter moon, haircut, and peace sign. Awesome. So we're gonna get right into the drawing then with that. Alright, so here I have Clip Studio Paint open, and I just wanted to kind of go ahead and do the design first before I really got into drawing. Which I know, like, is kind of cheating. I don't, maybe a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to make a quick character design at first so that I wouldn't be trying to kind of guess as I went along with the actual drawing itself. So the first thing that I kind of thought of is like something asymmetrical because of the way that the last quarter moon is. It's like half and half. And like also with the haircut emoji, it's kind of like the scissors are cutting the hair short on the one side, so I gave her kind of that haircut, but also made it asymmetrical on the other side as well with the bangs. Which I think is pretty fun. I don't know. I love doing weird little asymmetrical hair things, even though it's kind of a pain to draw. And then for the design, I kind of went in with some usual design elements I do. I like to draw a lot of turtlenecks. I don't know. And then for the skirt, I did kind of a half circle shape, because it's kind of also like with the half moon, or last quarter moon, I mean, I am a failed astrophysicist. But yeah, that's kind of the design that I had going for it, kind of focusing on asymmetry, and here I'm going in with my first little blob sketch thing that I do, where I like kind of just draw a blob first, and then I go over with the actual sketch. And here's my first sketch, and kind of just going along with the design that I made. I also gave her kind of like half open eyes, if that makes sense, with the design of the moon emoji, I guess, you know. Oh, and also with the peace sign emoji, what I did was I looked up what flower symbolizes peace, and I found that it's lavender, so that's where that goes. I totally forgot to mention that, but I just put a bunch of lavender flowers in the design too, because I wasn't sure how to fit the peace sign in, so I mean, a little bit of cheating, but it's fine, it's fine. It also worked out because the shirt on the hairdressing emoji is purple, so I ended up adding some purple into the design. Well, it ended up being a lot purple, but you'll see, you'll see. And here I'm going in, doing my second sketch. I was originally just going to go in and do liner, but then I realized I'd only done one sketch over the kind of thumbnail blob thing, so I wanted to do a cleaner sketch, especially to like kind of fix the hands. I kind of hate drawing hands, as most people do, but I like drawing hands because I like kind of making them scrunkly and dynamic, but also I kind of hate drawing hands, especially in like weird poses with weird objects like scissors, but it's fine, I'm over it. Yeah, I'm still doing the clean sketch, and yeah, here's where I'm kind of struggling to draw hands, and I was looking up references about how to hold scissors, so that's also a thing. I was like, I don't know how to do this, but it's okay. I just wanted to draw or hold some scissors, so I ended up doing that, and yeah, it took a hot second to get that all situated. And here I'm going in and doing the line art, so starting that. Line art, again, as I always say, takes the longest out of anything in my process, which like I do it clean because I like being able to fill in the colors really easily, and I like the way that it looks, but also at the same time I hate doing it. Well, I don't hate doing it. I think it's kind of meditative sometimes, but also at the same time it takes most of my time, and most of my dead whips are in the middle of line art, so there's that, you know. I just kind of get sick of it a little bit, but yeah. So here I'm doing line art. I'm trying to keep some line weights in mind when I was doing some of it, because I was focusing a little bit on trying to clean up this, because the second sketch didn't end up being that clean, because this isn't really like a full illustration, so I was kind of trying to clean it up a little bit, but also at the same time trying to keep in mind line weights. And here I'm just going in and doing the skirt, adding some ruffles, because I just like drawing ruffles a lot. They're really fun to draw to me, and doing the legs, and again adding some like corners when it comes to the line art, darker corners and stuff, which is fun. I don't know. I kind of like doing that too, like going around the edges and making it a little darker, and also, again, going in the corners when it comes to line art. And some more little details. And here is where I have to line art the freaking hands, and it takes a hot second. It, I don't know. It was kind of a struggle, but also I think they turned out all right. Also, again, I wasn't too sure on how to draw scissors, so I was looking at references very closely, but also, like, I hate drawing inorganic objects. I know that's, like, not a hot take for artists, but, like, it's okay. Here's me going around and doing other line art instead of drawing the freaking scissors already. Because I was like, I'm not doing that yet. I'll just fix all the rest of the liner before I draw the freaking scissors. So yeah, here's where I go in and I start trying to do that. It was a little difficult, but it's okay. It's fine. Use references when it comes to things that you don't know how they look. It helps, but also at the same time, it doesn't really make it that much easier because sometimes they're just weird shapes, you know. And here's me drawing scissors for the other hand, which also takes a minute because grr. Of course it does, but it's fine. I'm over it. I didn't want to spend too much time on those because, I mean, I wanted to get to the coloring, and again, I don't really like doing line art very much. And here's me going around and selecting everything outside so that I can quickly do the filling in the base color. And now it's time for flat colors, which took a little longer than it usually does because I was kind of trying to figure out the color scheme as I went, you know, because I didn't really have that figured out prior. I just had the design figured out prior with the little sketch in the beginning. And there you can see I made a little color palette, and I mostly wanted to stick with yellow, purple, and gray, but like also this is gonna be a recurring theme throughout the rest of the video, but I don't like using gray when it comes to character designs because it's like a weird like in-between color. I know that's like I should just get over it and like just get better at using it, but it's difficult, especially when it's more of like a neutral gray rather than like a colored gray, you know, if that makes any sense. But I don't like using the color gray because it's just like hard to shade, it's hard to put with things, it's not like complementing anything. So I mean, I could have made it a little more kind of like a color, but also I didn't really want to go too far from the original moon emoji, so I was trying really hard. I really don't like using gray. And here I'm going in and making like a little lavender design on the shirt. That's kind of what I was thinking, like a little like embroidery design of lavenders. And the purple shirt I think is pretty fun. I don't know. I'd wear this shirt. And yeah, I wasn't sure if to make them like a darker embroidery or lighter embroidery, so I ended up going with lighter with some like darker bits for the actual flowers, which I think looks kind of nice. And here I'm drawing some lavenders in her hair. I went a little crazy on the lavenders, but I think they're fun shapes. I like the shapes of them. And also, again, like in trying to incorporate the peace symbol because I didn't want to kind of. Yeah, and I did end up drawing the flowers on completely separate layers from the rest because I wanted to add them afterwards without conflicting too much with the line art, so like completely on top and completely on the bottom of the layers. And there you go, you see I went in and changed the skirt color because I hate using gray, but you'll see that I change it again at some point because I didn't want to kind of cop out with just making it black because I use black too much in my design, which I know is also kind of like a curse of character design, but I just don't like using gray. Yeah, and here's more flowers and like a little patch thing. Patch. I'm sorry. It's for her maybe like collecting flowers. And I realized like as I went on, she's like a little less of a hairdresser and it looks more like she's like using scissors to cut flowers, which I think is also pretty cute, so that works well. And she just uses the same scissors to cut her hair too, you know, as one does. She's a little quirky. And as you can see, I actually changed the skirt to like a dark purple, and I think it looks nice. I don't know. Again, I hate gray. It's kind of grayish. It's like a desaturated color, but I think it goes well. I think, I hope, I pray. And here's me going in and starting with the shading, adding freckles because I think she would have freckles. And my usual shading as I go along. And I ended up doing shading on each different layer, which I know sometimes I kind of forego and just do a layer on top of everything, but it was kind of difficult because I didn't really organize my layers very well in this. Because I had a lot of random stuff I was adding on, okay? Yeah, here you're going in, or shading, as one does. Yeah, it's using a multiple layer on top of the entire shirt because I didn't want to have to try and shade the embroidery. So I just put that all together. Yeah, and as I went along, I realized I didn't have too many things to shade, but again, I didn't really have my layers organized, so that's why it probably took a little longer than it should have because I wasn't very organized. And then I actually changed the hair to a lighter gray because I didn't want it to look too black when I shaded it. And again, I hate using gray, but I think it turned out okay once I added the shading because I was able to kind of make it a little more cohesive. I don't know. Especially with the blonde part. I don't know. Yeah, and here finishing touches of shading, I had to go and hunt down other layers as to where everything was to go ahead and shade. Finishing shading the skirt. And yeah, I had to do some scavenger hunting. This is why you organize your layers, folks. If you see me like rapidly scrolling around my layers, no you don't. I was having a hard time, but it's okay. It's fine. And adding some shoelaces because I always freaking forget that. Yeah, and here, again, hunting down layers. Here I was shading the flowers. I ended up using a multiply layer for that because I didn't really want to try and go in and shade the flowers separate from the stems, especially because they're on their own layers. And yeah, just wrapping it up, just the last few things to shade. Then I went added some layer effects. Of course, I was doing the back shading of the hair separately. Of course, adding a screen layer to make it kind of look like it was behind her. Adding some layer effects like a screen and an overlay. And then a quick gradient map and some color changing. And there you have it. That's basically about it. So yeah, I had fun. I always like doing cute challenges like this. I don't know, except for using gray. I hate using gray. But anyways, if you have any other challenge ideas, any video ideas, let me know below because I never know what the heck to do. And yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, I don't know. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all critters in the next video. So, bye.